Trig modeling. It's got a little phase shift in here, but let's just get straight to it. Okay, we've got some nice information given. Specifically, we've got those two particular points, and we can do all sorts of good things with it. So let's just get into it. I'm going to make this a little bit easier to visualize. Okay. So you can kind of see what I'm highlighting there. Let me just make that a little bit thinner. Okay, so let's do some calculations, right? So we've got a 356. Oh, let me put that back on. We've got a 356 subtract a 173. That'll be half a wave. So if you times it by 2, that will be the period. Okay, that's good. And now look at the heights. So that was for this piece here, right? That's half a wave, so times 2 would be the wavelength or the period. Now let's have a look at max to min, which is this guy here, right? So that's 16.63. And if we subtract the 7.83 and divide by 2, that'll give us the amplitude. And then the midpoint of those two will give us the midline, and the midline will be at y equals 16.63 plus 7.83 divided by 2. Okay, let's not hurt our brain with those calculations. Let's just get the calculator to do the heavy lifting. Let's go back to this guy here. Okay, so I'll just make a little fraction ready to receive. 16.63 plus 7.83 divided by 2. So the average height, right? So the average height is basically the midline. So the midline is 12.23. Let's go and find the amplitude. So I'm going to go up, up, bring down, and I'm just going to edit it and put a little minus in there. So we've got a 4.4. So the amplitude is 4.4. And let's go and have a look at the period. The period is, in brackets, 356 subtract 173. And then that'll be just times 2. That's 366. The period is 366. Okay, now let's go ahead and think about what that means now for the model. Okay, so the model is of the shape A, B, the C and the D, all these parameters. Okay, it does say all of the values are positive. Okay, so the amplitude of 4.4 is definitely equal to the A. All right, so that will be L equals 4.4. The sign, now I'm going to put the plus D, right? The plus D is the value of the midline. And we can see the midline, right? The midline was the 12.23. So that's definitely plus 12.23. The B is related to the period. Now I'm going to use 2 pi divided by the period to get me my B value. Alright, I'm just assuming that this graph is drawn in radians, okay, because most of our functions for trigonometry are in radians, because derivatives are in radians as well. So I'm just going to have 2 pi divided by 366. I might just keep it like that, right? I might just simplify it. 2 and 366, isn't that 183? So isn't that pi upon 183? So I think I've pretty much got as much as I need. Pi over 183, and then that's t minus c. Now can you see that I've only got one parameter left to find, and that's the c parameter. Now that c represents the horizontal shift, and you can kind of look at the graph and decide on what is the horizontal shift, but I think it's just easier to end solve it, right? So I'm going to substitute a point in, and I'm going to go and end solve. So let's get the calculator out. This is what you did for y equals mx plus c to find the equation of a straight line. Menu, algebra, numerical solve, and I'm just going to solve for, let's see, maybe I'll just sub in the 173 and 16.63. Right, 173 and 16.63 I'll sub in to the function and go ahead and solve it. So that is 16, oh my bad, 16.63 is equal to 4.4 times, get the trig button out, trig, sign, get the b value, I'm going to put the little division sign, and that was pi divided by 183, pi divided by 183. Okay, and that was sine of, I need to put a second bracket here, gets a bit tricky, sine of pi times by, and inside that was t minus c. Okay, but the t value is the 173, 173 minus c. Let's have a look, does that look right? Sine of, open bracket, that guy times 173 minus c. Yeah, that looks good. And then we've got plus the midline, and that was plus the 12.23. And we're going to solve that comma with respect to c. 81.5. There we go. So it's like a horizontal shift to the right of 81.5. So that's minus 81.5. So I think we've satisfied everything, right? Let's just go and finish this off. So d was equal to the 12.23. A was equal to the 4.4. B was equal to pi upon 183. I'll get that as a decimal in a moment. And then to see this last one, we got 81.5, which was the phase shift or the horizontal shift. So we're just zooming on those for your answers at the end. Let's go finish off with the pi divided by 183. Okay, so that's 0.017